Hello everyone. Today I'm going to talk about how to run non-routable IP containers in Amazon ECS with a private net gateway. Let's start from the background. So nowadays in large organization, routable IP address are really usually really rare resources. At the same time, business units would like to run thousands of containers to achieve their business outcome. For example, they need to run batch containers for data computation, analysis, and processing. So let's in this session, let's dive into a high-level architecture of ECS, and I'm going to provide a step-by-step guide to running containers with non-routable IPs using a private net gateway alongside with routable IPs. So let's start from the high-level architecture. So assumption. Assuming that you are having a VPC with a public subnet and private subnet already, we are going to build a one extra subnet, non-routable subnet with non-routable IP, and we are going to run the ECS task within this subnet with the non-routable IP address. So the first step we are really going to do to build the subnet and the route table associated with this, the route table with the subnet, and we are also going to create a private net gateway within the private subnet with a private IP address, and we're going to add the route from all the non-routable subnet route in the route table to the net gateway. Let's kick it off. Let's start from assuming that you have already set up your environment with the access key or AWS profile. Let's start creating the resources that I just mentioned. I'm going to create a stack called hello world non-routable subnets, and with the YAML file that I just showed you. So in this session, I think we are going to adding the non-routable IP block into the existing VPC. We're going to create a subnet in each available AC, and we're going to create a private net gateway and the route table, and also adding the route to the net gateway. All right, while we're waiting, I think we can go and have a look. The resources we just create. So as I mentioned, we are adding the non-routable CIDR block into the existing VPC, and we're going to create a multiple subnets in each AC, and we're going to create the route table and associate those subnet into this route table, and we are going to create a private gateway, and we're going to add the routes into the newly created route table to route all the traffic to the private net gateway. So next step, we are going to create let's have Look, we're going to set up the ECS caster, and we're going to create the ECS caster using um, SAM, the application, or the cloud formation. Let's have a look, and we're going to create the set up the ECS caster. Let's keep it running, and so let me walk you through while we're waiting. So we're going to what we are going to create is that we are going to set up the ECR repository, and we're going to create the ECS cluster and ECS service length row, and we are going to create the load balancer, and we're going to create the app security group as well, and we're going to create the IAM role for ECS task execution role. At the same time, we're still waiting to run the same build, and I'm going to run the same deploy guided, and which is we're going to give the stack name, and get the hello world and this environment variable, convert a change, allow rollback, and save it to the file as a default. There we go. We're going to create the service. So what this one do is actually creating a ECS target group, which is going to direct those income traffic into a ECS container. And now I'm also creating a load balancer listener for the load balancer we just create, and I'm going to create a task log group for storing the log, and I'm going to create the easiest task definition, which is reference to the app image URL, which should be the hello world one, and I'm going to create the non-routable service in the non-routable IP subnets within the ECS cluster. Look, I believe it's returned already. So there we go. You can see Nginx. So that means working. That's conclude the session. Thank you so much, guys.